We're starting off with modeling, fashion, cosmetics. That's what you're into. I want to talk about modeling now, how you got into it, and that accident that almost derailed all those dreams.
Okay. Obviously, Eryca Freemantle. I did a little bit of modeling for a short period in my life, but prior to that, I need to take you back to the beginning. When I was about 5 years old, I was extremely bullied at school. The other children told me that I was ugly and that I would never amount to anything. And I fell into that self-fulfilling prophecy where I believed it. So I lived my entire school life and most of my adult life thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
So I was told I was ugly, I'd never amount to anything. You know, nobody would ever want me to be their friend. As children, the children would beat me up on the way home from school. I never told my parents. It was something that I kept within me, and I really regret that. I wish I'd told my parents, because little did I know that it was going to make me suffer from stress and depression as a child, and I then brought that into adulthood. Modeling. I got involved in modeling, believe it or not, even though I believed I was ugly and I wouldn't amount to anything. I was very skinny and very tall and very lanky, and people always approached me and said, do some modeling. I was never confident, but I said I'd give it a go, and I did a lot of catwalk modeling as opposed to photographic. Did I enjoy it? No. I found it very superficial. I found it very fake. As you get to know me, you'll see that I'm a talker. I'm a great communicator, and when you do modeling, you're just there as a closed horse, and I just really didn't enjoy it. But then after a while, all those negative feelings that was in my life about being ugly and not amounting to anything, they all came back. So I then retreated from modeling. So that was my little episode, my own personal episode with modeling. But I have worked with many supermodels.
That's right.
Within my career. Yeah.
Take us through the accident. I read about something, 200 scars on your face.
Right.
I'm looking at your face
Yes,
now.
yes.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, everybody
Loss
says
of
that.
hair.
Yes. Well, you can see that.
Yeah.
You can see that I've got no hair. Unfortunately for me, I was involved in a car accident. Fortunately, I survived. Basically, from my own memory, I can only tell you what I know and then add on what people have told me. I was in the petrol station putting petrol in the car, and I went to the kiosk. In the UK, we have kiosks that you walk up to. I went to the kiosk and I handed over my money, and that's it. That's all I remember. The rest, they say, is history, but I was told that a lady came into the petrol station and she lost control of her car, and instead of putting her foot on the brake, she put her foot on the accelerator, and she made me into a human sandwich between her car and the kiosk. Now, when the car hit me from my waist downwards, I didn't know what happened, but I remember, you know, when you watch cartoons, you see those stars when they hit each other over the head. I remember something like that happening and feeling really dizzy. Not knowing what had happened, I'd actually put all of my body weight, I turned around and I put all of my body weight on my leg, on what I thought was my good leg, not knowing what had happened, not realizing that my leg had actually been broken in 5 places. So I put my body weight, I went to step on it, and obviously the bones had broken and been shattered, and then I collapsed. As I collapsed, my face landed in the glass from the kiosk. The reason why I can be very specific about the number of scars is because the amount of glass they took out my face. So they took out, I think it was 230 pieces of glass out my face, which unfortunately left scarring. And I know you're smiling because you can't see them.
I can't.
Well, that's why I'm the best at what I do. But
Yes, we'll go there.
yeah, so that was, and then my hair. Apparently, I had long hair, and apparently, when the car hit me and I hit the ground, my body went into shock, and I got immediate alopecia, and my hair apparently fell out there and then. When it fell out, it was predominantly the top, so my hair grows back in very small amounts here, but the rest here doesn't grow back. So I just decided, over years of struggling, it wasn't immediate to get to this stage, it was many years of struggling, but then I decided, you know what, Who doesn't like it? Don't look. This is me. I love it. I wouldn't have me any other way. I tried wigs, I tried extensions, and it just didn't work for me.